So we touched a little bit also on like there is going to be some discomfort and uncomfortable times at work. So I'm curious, what are some ways that you found, how do you navigate some of those uncomfortable conversations with your teammates, your managers, because they're bound to come up no matter who you are in any workplace.
So I can answer that question. So with a lot of difficult questions, sometimes you really need to find allies and advocates who can support your cause, because it might feel strange for you to bring up a lot of issues to someone who might be supervising you, but those conversations are very important and they do need to happen.
Also, at larger companies, take advantage of the employee resource groups that's there that will help guide you through those conversations, and also have a representative there. Like, if you're really uncomfortable having that conversation, someone from that employee resource groups, from like Latina networks, Black and Latinas who tech, out in tech, there's so many different resource groups at some of the companies that I've worked at that will be willing to sit in on the conversations to help guide them with you, so that you can have that conversation and not be so timid, to help break the ice, or go to them for feedback, mentorship, to help them, to tell them what the issues are, so they can help mentor you on how to have that conversation as well too.
Definitely. And if you are nervous to say it in person, I always like to write everything down and then I'll take a step back and assess, why did it make me feel like this? What is wrong with it? Can I find any articles that will kind of back up my point on why I feel like this? And I will share with either an ally. I'm a little bit more comfortable saying to people, like, this is not okay and these are the reasons why. But as you're starting in a new role, you're probably not there yet. So think of other ways that you can approach that. And for me, it would be just an email explaining why and how it made me feel and what are we going to do to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I really like your saying that you should write it down, because I think unless you're really keeping careful track of what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, the person you're talking to, you should assume good intent. You should assume that they have your best interests at heart, but it's also really easy for someone to unintentionally gaslight you. Like, it's really easy for them to say, did it really happen that way? Is that what happened? But it's important for you to say, what matters is this is my impression of things, this is how I feel, and this is what I walked away with. And it's important to me that I walk away feeling confident that that's not going to be a way I have to feel again.
I was just going to say, be confident too. Own it. Don't be afraid to speak for how you feel. Like, it's your feelings. Be confident and just have the conversation as well too. And just be confident in your talk.
Absolutely. I feel like one of the themes that have been underlying your answers in the last couple of questions has been a sense of community. So, how do you find a company where you feel like you are accepted and you can grow, or finding those allies that you really feel like you can lean on in times of